Hey guys, welcome back to OttoEx on this magical Portland evening here in Oregon. I'm presenting you another rare vehicle for the web, for you guys to look at, admire, hate, comment, maybe even buy. This in front of me is a 2005 Mercedes Sprinter van. And you may think, oh, so what? Just a van. Well, this isn't just any Sprinter. This is the 118, known as the Super Shorty wheelbase. This thing has a shorter turning radius than a Subaru wagon. Yes, and you can sleep in it. You maybe even could live in it. That's up to you. These T1N Sprinters, as they are now known, were made between 1996 and 2006. However, in America, we only got them between 2002 and 2006. This is a 2005. The 04 to 06s had the OM647 5-cylinder inline turbo diesel engine, which has now gained a reputation as being the quote-unquote million-mile Sprinter engine. Yes, they can go a million miles. Do they like to be maintained and taken care of properly? Yes. Are they more fuss-free than some of the newer Sprinters? Yes. So this may be one of the last great Sprinters made before diesel emissions started kicking in, governments interfered. We got to keep the air clean, I understand, but do we really want to complicate these diesel engines? Well, it happened. This is before they became less complicated. So, this was a one-owner van purchased from a dealership in Wyoming in 2005 by its Oregon owner. He bought the van, sight unseen from the dealer, brand new off the showroom, had it delivered to him here in Portland, and it stayed with him ever since, until we got it. It has had regular maintenance, always serviced with Mercedes parts, service records from brand new all the way up until our possession, and we went above and beyond with our service and our love into these vans because we personally love them. We personally use this one. And, well, let's go ahead and show you what it's all about. So on the outside, we have properly rebadged this. These came either badged in America as a Dodge or a Freightliner. And that badging kind of was a deal between Mercedes and Mopar and Freightliner to kind of sell the vans, avoid some taxes. Anyways, these vans were all made in Germany, despite the badging. So this one has the badging. We sourced it brand new through Mercedes. Some of the parts were harder to find than others. Some are still available. So up front, we've got a Mercedes grille with the proper 316 CDI. This was kind of the model number as they were known in the rest of the world. Here they were known as like 2500, 3500, and that's kind of it because we didn't get too many different engine options. The paint is original. It shines greatly. This has no rust. These vans are known to rust, especially the ones that came from rusty climates or lived a hard life. This van has no rust on the underside, on the body. It is really quite amazing. So yes, we've got a little bug deflector. The headlights are hella OEM headlights, but we sourced these. These are the headlights that went in the newer versions of these classic Sprinters in Russia and in some markets in Europe. They look far better than the version that originally came. However, the originals are included with this van because it is for sale here with us in Portland. We are really excited to present it for sale. Kind of bittersweet. We're not going to find another one like this at this point in 2024, let's be honest. But that's okay. It needs a new home. We sourced OEM brand new Mercedes 16-inch Steely wheels. These wheels are brand new from the dealership with brand new Mercedes center caps and brand new, nice, beefy tires. We got the Cooper Discover AT3s, about as big as you're going to want to fit without kind of modding out your van or making things, trimming metal, pinch welds, that sort of stuff. So these wheels are the right size. They give you a nice additional lift, and they are really nice. Looking around, we managed to source an OEM sliding window. These windows are rare as hen's teeth. We found one locally here from a really awesome guy, and we had it installed. Normally, all the windows in this van, as it was optioned, came with kind of this solid glass, and the original solid glass is also included. If you don't like the slider, you can bring it back to solid. It utilizes the OEM window weather strip gasket. So pretty simple. They are rubber gasket windows, not glue-in. Again, the wheels all around are brand new. They've got maybe, I don't know, 600 miles on them. Rear bumper original and rear factory hitch, which was a nice option. These vans are rated to tow 5,000 pounds. I know some people who have towed their travel trailers, 3,500, 4,500 pound travel trailers with these vans. Would I do it? Probably not, but you can definitely do it if towing's your thing. I have seen these things towing cars, car trailers, all sorts of stuff. They are built and were built as commercial vehicles by Mercedes, so all the badging on the back is good. We have sourced the original Mercedes-Benz badge and removed the Dodge badge just because, let's get this thing looking original. And I think the Mercedes badging is a little bit more tasteful and bespoke compared to the Dodge stuff. All right, we're still walking around the outside, and as you can see, the paint is great. Abolish AI before it's too late. And we've got some solid windows here down the passenger side. We're running out of light, so hopefully you guys can see everything clearly, kind of just passing golden hour. The wheels, again, all original with those center caps. Try to show you all the bits. And you'll see down the outside of this rocker, there is no rust. This thing is really rust free. The areas where these start to rust is in here, bottom of the doors, all sorts of stuff like that. There are some areas on the outside where there were rock chips and scrapes that have been touched up with OEM touch-up paint. We have Mercedes OEM matched touch-up paint, and that's kind of expected with age and use. This van only has 110,000 miles, which is barely broken in for these engines. And it has been serviced like a Swiss watch, which they like that. So if you do end up with this van, make sure you know how to service it or have a mechanic who services these properly and doesn't charge you an arm and a leg, because they are simple to take care of. These are not complicated, despite what the Mercedes dealer might make you think. These vans are easy to work on yourself. They are easy to service, and parts are cheap. So let's take a look inside. We've got all original door cards, which are in great shape. This one has the optional first aid kit and proper badging for that. So take a look in here. There we go. This van is properly optioned. Power windows, power locks, cruise control, driver factory heated seat. We've got the comfort seat option, which gives you more directions of adjustment, inflatable lumbar supports, which both work on both seats. And we've got the Sprinter floor mat with the rubber floor covers. These step-in, the plastic step-in thresholds are in great shape. I think we even sourced new ones of these, perhaps some of the last two available in the world, maybe. All the trim is good. We even replaced some of the trim on this parking brake handle just because why not? It was still available from Mercedes, and it wasn't even in that bad of shape. The van was really well kept, but we are sticklers for detail. And, well, do it right, especially to a vehicle that deserves it. And if you love it, why not? All right, so let's look in the driver's side. There's the driver's door with another storage compartment here, and your power windows, power mirror adjustment, cruise control stock, steering wheel and airbag. This was sourced from Europe. They're not really available anymore. They're kind of impossible to find, but we found one. And the steering wheel is in fantastic shape. It is brand new because, well, we sourced a brand new steering wheel from Mercedes and we swapped it out. The original one wasn't even in that bad of shape, but you know, we're crazy over here. We go above and beyond with these details on many of our vehicles, and well, what the heck, whoever gets this thing is gonna have kind of like a new old stock van. Again, the seats are in good shape. There's a little bit of wear here from the original owner. He had a seat cover which he kind of said contributed to a little bit of wear on this upper fabric here, but nonetheless, the foam, everything is in good shape. The heating function works. All the functions work. All right, we're kind of running out of daylight, aren't we? So let's look in the back first. Oh, also, all these door handles are in really good shape. You may ask why. Well, we sourced new ones from Mercedes, and we replaced them because it's just what we do, and we like things super fresh and clean. And like I said, the original ones, nothing was wrong with them. I could even show you them. They're in a bag in storage. They're fine, but these ones are new. So, all right. This door trim is in great shape. We have Explore window covers, 4-season window covers. I think this set ran us like just under $2,000. They are so choice. They are magnetized, they roll up, they clip up. They have, the outside is black, so you can't see in. It just looks like the windows are blacked out. You have privacy, and they insulate really well. They cover everything up, and you can roll them up. Like we have some of them rolled up, and this one is in the fully rolled down position, and so is the one on the slider. They are so nice. Shout out to Explore for getting those made for us. They are great. No expense spared on this vehicle. So everything down here is clean. This is a common area for rust, and there is none. This is all super tidy. And just double rows, they come out. There are, in the floor, there are these installed here, which are set up for, you know, holding on to things. You want to tie down stuff, there are additional tie downs, which were all professionally installed when the original owner of this van had it kind of outfitted. There's also a roof fan up there and an auxiliary battery, which lives under the passenger seat, which powers said fan and other things. So it's kind of set up like a modular camper. Unhook the seats, the 2 rows, pull them out, and you've got a little tent on wheels. So these seats are in great shape. They've got belts, so you can sit 6 here, 8 people total. These vans, they make a great work vehicle, people hauler, camper. They kind of do it all, which is why they're just really loved worldwide. Everything is in good shape here. There are no rips or tears or stains in this fabric. Show you more of those tie downs there and here. So looking in, I'll step in. Full standing height in here. If you're like 6 foot or maybe 6'1", you can stand in here, no problem. So we're kind of out of light. That's okay. I think it's time to take it for a drive. I think you guys have seen what I've wanted to show you. The fabric on these seats is in great shape. Again, no tears, stains. It smells like new in here. It's just such a great van. It really is. All right. So I'm gonna close up. And the length of this van is like 15 feet or just under 16. They're just so compact. You can park them, maneuver them. If you've never driven one of these, they handle so nicely. I'm not kidding when I say that. So let us take a little ride. Another thing I forgot to mention, this van has 4 factory key fobs and 1 just basic chip key. So you're set. These things are expensive to get programmed and replaced. We've got 4, not 1, 2, or 3, but 4 fobs, because that's the kind of ownership this thing has had. Meticulous, pedantic ownership. And if you want to own a German car, you should probably get one that's had pedantic and meticulous owners. All right, let's start it up. I like using this key just because it's kind of like an old school Mercedes key. It reminds me of like an 80s wagon. Cool. So this is blinking because of the refresh rate on the camera. It looks fine in real life. Seat heater button. All your controls for climate. Everything works great. AC. All that. So, and the van drives great. It's dialed in. Let's go over some of the maintenance we have done in our ownership. See, we did an oil change, and we did a fuel system treatment with BG products. Treated the oil to clean that when we drained it and filled it. We ran some, I think 245 it's called, which is like a diesel fuel system cleaner through the fuel tank. We replaced glow plugs with the proper ones. As well as a new glow plug module with the updated glow plug module that doesn't have, it's like the solid state one, not the one that these originally came with. That would fail. We have done brand new front struts with new Bilsteins, new upper front strut bushings with OEM. Wow, I've got a whole list, in fact a spreadsheet of the stuff we've done and the spreadsheet of the stuff that Noble Motors did. That's the service shop that worked on this before we had it. And that's of course included with the sale. And if you're curious about all the specifics of the work we've done, I think we put a new transmission plug socket because there was a recent transmission fluid change, and I don't think that socket was changed, so we changed that with a brand new Mercedes OEM one. And well, just the list goes on, and the thing runs like a top. Oh, we did a rear differential exchange with liquid moly. Yeah, I can't really remember off the top of my head, but we just kind of dug in, and a lot of this stuff it didn't really need. Some of it was preventative. We did a new PCV with a new PCV filter and all that stuff, and gasket, and Mercedes gasket, and yeah. So I'm just kind of running off my memory here, which isn't exactly clear, but I think you guys get the gist. If you're looking at this video and the thing's still for sale, just check the listing on our site, OttoEx.com, and it'll have the whole list of all the stuff we've done, because I just can't remember it all off the top of my head. Obviously the new tires, wheels, and yeah, just kind of, it's really been over-serviced at this point, and it's ready to go. Turnkey van for the next owner. I really wouldn't hesitate to drive it cross country. Puts down the power. The 118s are small, they're really zippy. They have the exact same engine and transmission that the super long 3500 dualies and all the other T1N Sprinters had, which makes them a little bit more peppy. And perhaps a little more reliable, because there's just less weight for the drivetrain to haul around. So you get probably a little bit of longer service life out of these smaller Sprinters compared to the big guys like the motorhomes. There are no lights on the dash or any funkiness there. Everything works as it should. There is nothing amiss with this van. It has simply been babied, and we took it the extra mile to bring it back to its kind of former showroom glory. That's kind of what we like to do here. And we're ready for someone to take it home and love it, and hopefully drive it another 900,090 miles. Odometer reading is 110,085 miles. Cruise is great on the highway, 75, 80 is kind of the max cruising speed. I guess they've got a little bit of a speed limiter in them from the factory. I guess you could go faster if you want. I've never really felt the need to drive a big van faster than 80, but you could. Certainly has the power and the gearing to do that. Oh, I forgot to mention, this has a very nice updated Pioneer sound system with an amp and speakers and tweeters all installed up in the headliner very professionally. It was a professional job. The one and only owner of this van was a professional stand-up bass player. I believe his father played with Jim Croce as well. Kind of a semi-big deal musician. As such, he's got to have a good sound system, right? So, as an audiophile myself, I really appreciate the sound system in this van. It's got a Bluetooth deck, so you can hook up a CD player as well, and you can kind of just jam out to all your tunes. That reminds me, as I step on the brake, we did new brake pads up front, Brembo, so stops great. We also did a new coolant level sensor. Remember that. I think it's got a new radiator cap as well. Didn't need them, but just being preventative with all this stuff. We know these vans and these engines pretty well. We've had a few of them in and out of our doors, so we're kind of familiar with what they need, what they like, and you know how to keep them happy. I think this is the third or fourth 118 Shorty we've sold over the last 4 or 5 years. They're getting harder and harder to find. Well, I think that kind of sums up this whole video for you guys. As we continue on down the road here, I think it's a good time to respectfully sign off and say thanks again for watching. If you're watching our videos and supporting our channel, we appreciate it because we love making these videos. We love sharing these cars with you all and the world, and it makes us happy to do so, and we hope that we can bring you some happiness by watching these videos, whether you're a customer, an enthusiast, a hater, a lover, whatever you may be. Thanks for watching. If you're looking to buy something like this or this one, which is now for sale at the time of this video, check us out. You can find us on OttoEx.com. That's OTTOEX. You can also find us on Instagram at OttoEx. And find us there, or just subscribe, hit the like button, and hang out and wait for the next video. We try to get several videos up per month if we're lucky, if we're on top of it. So we're always bringing you stuff from around the world, and maybe we'll even be bringing you stuff from our journeys overseas as we go and explore the car markets overseas in Europe and Japan and other parts of the world. So check out this T1N Shorty Sprinter for sale on our site, and stay tuned for the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.